Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So this week's video is another D8 speed paint like I said last week. And yeah, I just thought it'd be really interesting to show you guys another process video of how I tend to paint my watercolor chibis. I feel like just because there's a lack of watercolor content on my channel for quite a while, and I know a lot of you guys actually enjoy watching me do my paintings. But yeah, I actually haven't watched back this footage, and I myself also find it very interesting to watch process, especially when it's sped up like this. I just find it a little bit more satisfying. Now that I'm looking at this, I remember, yeah, I botched up his face, like where his cheek is, and I definitely tried to lift a lot of the pigment off of there, but I kept layering and taking stuff off to the point where it got a weird texture on the paper, just because like the paper does pill, it does deteriorate the more you touch it basically. So yeah, that's my only gripe really with this particular chibi. I think I have it with me. Let's see. Yes, I do. His cheek doesn't look bad. The texture actually didn't get that bad at all. It's just a little bit worn out, but for the most part, the color came out very nice in the end. It doesn't look too off or anything like that. And yeah, so in general, this is actually one of my favorite outfits from D8 or D8. I'll put a picture up. Hopefully I can, if I find the reference again. I'll put a picture up. It's like a beautiful long sleeve, almost like translucent dress shirt that's quite long, that's on top of a black turtleneck, and he cinches his waist with a black belt, and I don't know, it just looks very elegant. He's also wearing like boots. I didn't do justice to his boots. He's wearing boots with kind of a high heel. It's not super high, but like it makes a statement. I really like this outfit in particular. Not only that, like the way he styles his hair was styled like just straight black with it's just really long. I know like D8 also said like before that he prefers having longer hair just because it helps complement the length of his neck, because he has quite a long neck, and I found that very interesting because I never really noticed it until he said it, but like it's not really that noticeable, to be honest. Yeah, and for his pants, I did try to add a little bit of blue into it, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't really show up in the final product. It looks very washed out. You can see it more in the shoes and stuff, but yeah, definitely when I'm painting the shoes, it's like more visible. But I do cover up quite a bit of it, which is a little bit of a shame, because I would like to have blue like throughout the whole illustration if possible, like a little bit more of that light blue everywhere, like in his outfit. I kind of lost it, so I don't know. But for the most part, I'm really happy about it. I could have made his hair have a little bit more depth to it. I think I realized this a little bit too late. I haven't even started on the hair and I'm talking about the hair. But yeah, let's talk about his outfit a little bit more as I try to paint in his eyes and his hair a little bit later. His outfit, I tried to show that it was like translucent a little bit, making sure that there is a little bit of that black coming through near some areas that seem like they press into the body a little bit more, making it closer to the black turtleneck, making it more see-through, I guess, or like more noticeable. Okay, for this hair, as you can see, I attempted to add blue, I believe. I can't see that well when I'm looking back at this footage because I have it open in a tiny window. But I did try to add a little bit of blue. I should have added the blue like directly mixed with the black, like mix it on the paper and let it bleed. I definitely did it near at the end, but I think I should have added more and even added a little bit of like that orangey yellowish color from the skin into his hair, just to make it have that bit of a contrast, because even when I'm looking right now, and I might fix it off screen, is that his skin's a little bit too how to explain this? Flat. It's flat. It's very flat. and I would like to add maybe a little bit shadow, like more shadows between his hair and his forehead, just because I tend to do that, but I don't think I really did here. Maybe because I was waiting for the hair to fully dry and I forgot to add kind of like a purpley blue under the hair, so that it looks like, you know, his hair is sitting on top of his face or his forehead. But so far, like even looking at this footage, I actually really like how the shirt looks. Yeah, I'm definitely hoping to do first maybe a redraw or repaint of an earlier D8 painting I did as a speed paint as well. I think maybe because one, I was nervous about painting, but there is a D8 painting where I like the outfit, which is the green one. I probably put a screenshot, or I'll take a picture of this one and put it on the screen, with the white bucket hat and the blue and green like splatter on it. His face, just no, I don't, I'm not fond of it. His pose isn't that great either, and the color just looks a little too dull in my opinion. I should be able to make the shadows stand out a bit more, but it's able to make the green pop a little bit more. I could, like, I've done it, if you watch the video before this one, so the one with D8 in the blue, almost like track pants with that cute bright orangey sweater, kind of should have pushed the shadows like that. Obviously yellow was a little bit easier for me to get an intense color. Green is a little bit of a unknown area for me. I like for me, yellow, orange, red, I can probably get away with my knowledge and stuff, because I've done a lot of it because of skin tones. I've done a lot of like red illustrations where I add like purples and blues and let them bleed into each other and stuff. But green is a color that like I don't use that often, so I think I was too afraid to add shadows, or because of the patterning on his jacket and his track pants, I did the shadows only with like one single color. So I should have went back and actually did the remaining shadows with a different color to emphasize, you know, a little bit more hue shifts, contrast, make it a little bit more interesting. It just looks, I don't know. Besides his face, I don't really like the color in here either. So maybe I'll do a redo of that one. There might be another one I want to redo. We'll see. Because I'll show an example of one that I did a lot of patterning and the shadows turned out okay, but because it's so busy, the shadows aren't, like, they didn't need to stand out that much because his shirt was already so busy. But for this one where it's just like color blocked jacket and tracksuit, I believe it would have been better for me to do other shadows. So I think I'm just like tidying up the rest of the lines. And then we're going to be moving into highlights very soon with gouache. So yeah, here we go. Here I'm using white gouache as usual. Obviously, some people probably say like, oh, that's not watercolors. Like, why are you using gouache or whatever? But like, I like using that pop of white just because sometimes I lose a little bit of detail because of how dark I go with, like, usually black, sometimes like dark blue and purple. A lot of things get lost, and I like to add it a little bit to his face just to, I don't know, I just think it looks a little bit cuter adding that little bit of white to his cheek. It just gives a little bit more of a weird three-dimensional look, kind of, in a way. Not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do for next week's video, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this speed paint. I'll talk to you guys next week, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.